Good evening, my beautiful collective. I hope you're having a wonderful day. What's up, collective? You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. Oh, gosh, collective. Must be love on the brain that's got me feeling this way. Love, y'all, love. And I'm talking about love. I ain't talking about no nasty, fucked up shit. I'm talking about the real shit. Must be love on the brain. Someone's got it, and they got it good. But they ain't got it. They're just in their feels about it. Whew. Let's pull some cards. God protects me and God fights my battles. No weapon formed in spirit or physical against me shall prosper. I'm highly favored and protected from all evil, as is my beautiful collective. Collective, what's going on with y'all? Is this you in love? Or is there somebody else around you in love? Some of you all, love is coming in. Two single people meeting each other to start a whole new world together. To create a whole new world together. Some of y'all, the switch up in energies. You're going to meet your perfect fucking partner. You're going to meet someone that you both are going to change the fucking world together. Yep. That kind of love, y'all. From a pure, clean heart. And someone's got it on the brain. They know what the fuck they want. They know who the fuck they want. But collective. Let's say it together. Where the fuck they at? Make sure they in the upright, y'all. What's going on? You want love. What's this love about? What's going on here? What's going on here? What's this energy we're in? What's this energy we're in? Treehouse. Ooh. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Wouldn't that be awesome? Find you the perfect little partner to go out and create your little treehouse together. Solitude, introspection, independence. Find peace in being alone. Yeah, a lot of you. That aloneness is for a reason. So many people out there can't stand to be alone with themselves, right? That's why they go from one person to another person to another person. They'd be so damned afraid to spend 5 minutes with themselves. Collective, is that y'all? I know most of you it isn't. You're like, I'm fine by myself, John. We're good. We're good. You're like, that's a kick-ass treehouse. Isn't that a kick-ass treehouse? I want one of those, y'all. I'd take one of those. It's kind of like a second home. Because you see, there's a big city in the background. But there she is climbing that ladder to that treehouse. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. So, whoever the hell's in love with you, whatever the hell this feeling of love is, they're finding themselves alone. Or maybe they're going to be finding themselves alone. That's why they're going to be all up in the head, y'all. You're only getting this reading because when I sat down and pulled from the yellow deck, that's what fucking kept coming up. And I'm talking the good love cards, not toxic shit. So some of y'all, this isn't someone you know. This isn't someone that you're dealing with, because you ain't gonna spend 6 months to a year just learning to trust each other. This person's gonna come in and y'all gonna be on the same page from the fucking get-go. You know, there ain't no backtracking shit. There ain't no gaining trust. There ain't none of that shit. Grandma's, oh, you don't have to face everything alone. Comfort, nurturing energy, support. Look at that. Y'all grandmas keep coming up. I'm telling you, Your ancestors are watching. Some of y'all, it's your grandmamas up there. It's your grandmamas up there. Maybe you and grandma made pillow forts. It's your grandma up there elevating you. So if you're feeling alone and you're feeling in it, just know your grandma's watching. Grandma's been showing up. I tell you what, some of these grandmas are coming in to straighten some shit up, y'all. They straighten the masculines and the fucking feminines up, right? Grandma don't believe in hussies and shit. So y'all, if your grandmas have passed, some of y'all, maybe your physical grandmas down here on earth are going to straighten some shit up for you, right? Granny's a badass. She'll take care of some shit. I don't know your situation. Some of us ain't got our grandparents around, so, you know, we know they looking down from heaven on us. Collective, let's see who the hell's got love on the brain. And who's in solitude now, having to think about some shit. Oh, the Hierophant. Spirit stepped in, y'all. It's a higher being that's come in. Yeah, the High Priestess. Ooh, this is spiritual guidance. Some of y'all, this is someone's spiritual awakening. They're getting the downloads. They're understanding. You know, when you're truly on the journey, you know when you need to go solo. You know when you need to just be an introverted person and keep to yourself and heal yourself. That's when you get drawn to do that, right? The devil shows up that tells you that you need to have someone around. At 7 of Cups. The devil shows up and you need to have someone pouring you a drink to help keep you confused and shit, right? Some people need time alone to figure out who the hell they are. You know, there are so many people that don't even know who the hell they are. And the thing that sucks about that is it's a two-way street. They could go down the road and just thinking they're a piece of shit. They can't do any better. They can't evolve. They can't change their situations, right? They get stuck in this energy of feeling like shit about themselves. And then there's others who can use that time to understand that they are a good person, that they do have something to offer the world, and they can make the changes that they need to make. Some of y'all, this is a spiritual awakening for somebody. That's why I say, wish your adversaries known and unknown, peace, love, and light, y'all. Keep your heart open and pure, because some people have to learn their own self-worth. I'm going to tell you about every fucking reading that you should be working on you. Fuck anybody else. You can't do the work for them, but you can work on yourself. Someone here is getting their ass set down. It's a spiritual lesson. Some of y'all, it's their grandmas that's coming down to help them out. Some of them, maybe they need to fucking worry about the drink if they drink too fucking much. Or they have other things that's altering their self-view of themselves. You all know that? Look how many people can't spend a fucking minute by themselves alone because they don't like who the hell they are. Some of them don't like who the hell they are, right? You would have people drowning themselves in fucking booze because they can't look at themselves in the mirror. But this is where you get on that journey, which is why I tell you it's imperative when you're doing this type of soul-searching work, if you need help, if you feel stuck, not to go down the rabbit hole of just feeling sorry about yourself. We're all allowed to make mistakes. You can change. It's, how are you going to change it? Instead of letting that be liquor, maybe you drinking more fucking water. You're cleaning your energy up. You're cleaning out your system. You're getting back to who the fuck you are. Y'all know some people can't stand to be alone because then they see who the fuck they are. This is a spiritual awakening for somebody, so that does make sense, that treehouse energy. Some of y'all, if you're in this energy and you can't get out, pray to your grandmama. There's someone's grandma up there, y'all, that's watching over them. It's your grandmama. I don't know if she raised you, or she just factored into your life, or she's just come down to help somebody. Some of y'all, that might be your physical grandma, right? Maybe you moved in with your grandma, and you're trying to figure out how you're going to get your life together, right? So you're spending time with your grandma. Either way, it's a beautiful energy. It's a spiritual awakening. Someone going to take the journey? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this was destined. This was a karmic destined opportunity. It had to happen. You know, when you all start figuring out, as soon as you realize that everything happens in your life for a reason, there's a reason for it. You're gonna be able to move from things and understand a lot quicker, and just know that some things had to be the way they were. You don't have to understand why, but in the bigger picture of things, it's all part of them gears and that Wheel of Fortune working on your benefit, right? Picture the beautiful open-face watch where you can see all the gears working, right? They all got to work together in order for that movement to happen. That's how it works, folks, when that Wheel of Fortune comes in. It's not like hocus pocus, boom, here it is. No, it's more like all them gears got to turn in order for everything to kind of work precisely. And you don't know how and where and what and how that's supposed to work on your benefit. Just know that it is working on your benefit. It's all them gears and levers. Well, levels too, because there's many different levels of that Wheel of Fortune, right? You can get on the ground floor or you can hit $1 million, right? You don't know when that Wheel of Fortune turns. Victory comes in. But the victory is a self-victory. Because you see, there's no one there holding them freaking wands for a parade. This is when you get that victory for yourself. This is all about you. Some of y'all, it's all about you. You gotta get that victory yourself. That's in personal accomplishments. That's when you celebrate the little decisions, the little moves that you've made, that's made you a better person, that's made you understanding, that's made you more loving, kind, generous, whatever it is, right? You don't need a fanfare for that. That's all for you, babe. That's all for you. Some of you keeping track of your victories, writing it down so you remember it, right? It's all on that self-reflection, and someone's going through it. And again, when you're in this energy, it's very easy to go down that fucking rabbit hole. So some of y'all, maybe you need to go talk to somebody while you're going through that. A priest or a therapist. A third-party person, because you can't always trust friends and family on this, folks. Because if they have an attachment to you, they're probably... they could be a little swayed into what your outcome is. Because sometimes when you're on this journey and you go into solitude, you realize you can live your life without certain people. And they're not allowed back in. That's part of that Wheel of Fortune as well. The things that you do, the things that others do, that kind of help them gears get going. Some of you to help you see who you don't need around you. To see the truth in people. To see really what people are all about. And yes, even those closest to you. Now, if you're safe and grandma, there you go. Some of y'all, though, I think that's a grandma that's passed over. That's a loved one that isn't with us here anymore. Because maybe some of y'all's grandmas are toxic as fuck. I don't know. Everyone's situation is different. Are you getting healing in your situation or not? Yeah, this is it. This comes down to people deciding what the hell they're going to do. Admitting defeat and picking themselves up and growing from it. And it can be very easy to go down that rabbit hole and stay stuck in a very sad energy. And some of y'all, this is what someone has to go through. Your perfect partner is going to have their shit together, guys and gals. They're going to know what the hell they want. They're going to look at life in a whole new different way. They're going to be fighting for things that they know are worth it. They're not going to be given to things. They're not going to be so easily tempted by all these different options. People are tempted by options when they don't know what the fuck that they want. Right? They want to sip a little bit of everything because they don't know themselves what they need. Some of these people need to be set down so they understand what they really want. Not what society tells them. Not what everybody else is telling them. Not what their friends are telling them. What the hell they want. So there's definitely a spiritual awakening going on here. Someone definitely got love on the brain. Let's see what's hiding at the bottom of the deck. 8 of Cups. 7 of Cups to the 8 of Cups. You have to go into solitude sometimes to figure out who the fuck you need to move away from. If someone's solution is just to go out and get drunk, that person probably isn't going to be a very helpful person in solving your problems. If that person says, hey, drink some fucking water or some tea and get your shit together, well, that's probably a person you need to be around. It's decision-making time. 8 of Cups. A lot of people deciding to walk away from their old ways, their old past, people that they knew, people that they know don't need to be around them because they're a bad fucking influence. People got to choose that themselves, y'all. That's what that solitude's about. 4 of Swords, a lot of you. Someone's been laid down because they have. They can't go nowhere. They got to fucking take them swords out. And they got to heal for a little bit. Some of y'all, this is definitely passed over loved ones. Some of y'all, maybe it is a grandpa watching over. Maybe it's a father figure. Someone knows they've been through the fucking ringer. You've been through the mill. One man, woman, searching for the man that got away. Oh, torch songs, sad songs. It's also about a rebirth energy as well, getting the healing, right? It's also about protection, spiritual protection, someone feeling safe, getting grounded, a lot of grounding energy, a lot of healing work. Maybe someone was sick, so now they are trying to get it. Someone has addictions, getting themselves clean so they can understand what the hell their life is all about. That's a major decision for people to make. And we need people that can recover from their addictions. We need people that survive that and have a story to tell. But yeah, sometimes that has to be done in a clinical environment. The strength to slowly build back up. Someone's been through the fucking mill here, you guys. Perhaps someone's been left for dead and they've had to walk away and go get some healing. For some of you, I hope this is somebody that maybe checked their ass into rehab and is getting the help that they need. Getting the strength. Going into hibernation and just healing. That's why they're quiet. Some of them, maybe they can't communicate. Because you know what? Maybe they are in a situation where they can't communicate. Two of Wands here, right? They're fighting their inner demons. They're fighting their inner battles, right? They got them swords crossed there. There is no communication right now. Someone's struggling and going through something. Queen of Cups. And maybe you're the one that keeps them motivated. Look at that with the Ace of Swords, with the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. This is someone that they think very highly of you. Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Not only love, but security and safety. Someone has definitely got you on their mind, collective. And even if it's not you in particular, this person knows the kind of person that they want. Some of you are going to meet complete strangers that have went through a struggle. But they know at the end of the day what they want in a partner. Queen of Pentacles there with the Queen of Cups, that's a perfect wife. That's, my masculine or my feminines, that's a perfect husband type energy, right? They're stable and they can show their emotions. But majority of my subscribers are feminine, so we take it to the, women. These men will see you as being the perfect choice. There's a struggle. There is a struggle. This is getting out of their own head. This is conquering their demons, y'all. Some of these people should be in therapy, getting the help that they need. Some of them, maybe it's in a clinical environment to get that done. For your sake, hopefully it is, so it can come from a nice, pure space, right? Going through a clinical type situation and setting, so they can learn coping skills as well while they're battling whatever it is they're going through. Because you can get through that, but you got to be able to back it up with coping skills, coping mechanisms, right? Or you've only won half the battle. What happens when you're out on your own? What happens when decisions are placed in front of you? Someone's realizing they make very shitty choices. They can't even trust their own fucking choices. So for a lot of you, hopefully this person is at a clinical setting, getting the help that they need. Not only in recovery, but also in coping mechanisms. How to cope, how to deal with triggers, how to deal with things that causes them to make stupid fucking decisions. Either through an addiction or just not knowing any better. Feels like someone's heavy on an addiction. I'm really picking up someone in rehab, someone getting a help. And for a lot of you, I hope a clinical type situation. That way, instead of butting heads, this person having a hard time making decisions, this person's going to learn problem solving skills. They're going to learn how to cope. They're going to learn coping mechanisms. Right? And they could be fighting it or having a hard time understanding it. But we got temperance and the hermit mode. This is someone that's serious. This is when someone goes to get help and they're legit concerned about doing it and they want to do the work. They're able to go introspective and really embrace a change. And I love it when this energy shows up. Y'all, we need people who can survive their addictions, who have a story to tell, because they're going to be able to teach others. That's a very, very easy path to go down, especially nowadays with the access that people have to things to help self-soothe. But it's learning coping mechanisms as well. You can get clean, but you got to be able to handle the situations, real-life situations when they show up, right? Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. It's always a struggle, right? Once an addict, you're always an addict because you're always going to have that urge, right? So you got to have the coping skills to back it. It's more than just, okay, I went to rehab. They got to be able to not relapse. So, you know what? For some of you, this person could be going through a situation where they are getting help. I think a lot of them are in a clinical type situation. If they're not in a rehab facility, some of them could just be getting outside assistance. Maybe they're doing it part-time or some way, after work. Maybe it's through meetings. For some of them, when they get out, they're going to be taking care of some business. That Page of Wands with the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles. You know, if you got an addiction, who feeds your addiction? If you're a drunk, who's pouring your drinks? If you're an addict, who's giving you what you use to self-soothe? Some of them, they had to get away from a situation in order to heal from it. And some of them realize they're going to have to leave people behind. Friends, family, lovers, right? If you're in a family that drinks all the time and someone that went to rehab to get out of drinking, you're probably going to have a hard time in family events if everyone's pouring the fucking booze, right? So some of y'all, these people are going to come out and make some major life changes. They're going to be in that Page of Wands energy. Ten of Pentacles, because they know there's going to be a lot of conflict. Maybe part of that is making amends for some of you. But they know they're going to have to work. For some of you that's making amends, this doesn't even have to be somebody that you know. This could just be somebody in the process. I want to keep stressing that because not everybody is the last fucking person that you know. Not everybody that shows up in your storyline is someone that you've dealt with. This could be someone that's done this work on their own. And that's going to be something you discover about them. This Four of Cups just means they know now they're ready to meet up with somebody. For some of you, they're still struggling. Maybe wanting to grab that and have a drink. And that could be an issue when you start dating them. Maybe that's one of the things they tell you, on a date. They're like, I don't drink. I don't touch alcohol. I'm a recovering alcoholic. So that way, straight up, and they're just going to tell you straight up. This is a problem that I have. This is what I deal with. So I prefer not to have it around me. Which if you're going to meet somebody, would you rather them tell you that up front? Because this person probably struggles with it, even though they're out. They're still trying to clean up their mess. They're still trying to get their shit together. And it's still a daily struggle. But you might meet them and they might say, hey, you know what? Can we meet at a park or something? Because I am a recovering alcoholic. I don't want to be around any alcohol. I avoid places with alcohol because it's still something that I struggle with. Some of them could be on their own and be a little bare bones because you know what? They probably had to leave friends, family, and loved ones. Some of them maybe even relationships because the very thing that they were addicted to was what the other people freely gave them access to keep them under their control. You know, addictions is all about what people can use to keep you under their thumb, right? If people know, right? Give them enough fucking booze till they pass the fuck out. Then they'll shut the fuck up. Some people know that. It's just a part of the situation, right? But when they're passed out and drunk, then someone get in their wallet and take their fucking money. So it's like a win-win. Sure, drink all the fuck you want. Pass the fuck out and we'll go get in your wallet. Someone wake up and someone done some shopping on their fucking debit cards because they passed the fuck out with their fucking billfold in their pocket. And now as they're getting away, for a lot of you, they have them demons coming back to haunt them. Those that they left behind, that Seven of Swords, that King of Swords, and the Devil. If they had addictions, maybe the one they used to buy off of ain't so happy this person got clean because they were making a pretty good profit off of them, right? So you would have people just intentionally trying to tempt them to get them back under their clutches, control of somebody else. And that could be friends, family, and old lovers, yo. They're fighting their demons. And when you meet them, they could be fighting their demons. Does that make them a bad person? No. If they tell you straight up, hey, look, I'm a recovering addict. This is my problem. I'm working on it. They're going to come clean. They're going to tell you. They're going to make it a part of who the fuck they are. So you can judge them or not. That's up to you. But are they actively doing the work on themselves? Whew. I'm wanting to tear up, you guys. This is a legit somebody's story. But they are not only battling their own demons, but they're battling the ones that missed out on what the hell this person was able to give them. So now they do got deceptive energies around them. They do got people trying to tempt them back into their old ways. So not only are they facing that inner struggle to do the right thing, but they got others that's trying to set them up to get them back down that path. What would you do if someone told you that? Maybe the first date out, right? They say, look, this is the situation. If that's an issue, I'll pay for, the food and we can part and go our separate ways. But they know they got to be straight up honest with you. So that way you don't have booze around. Or whatever it is that, they're addicted to. They're like, look, you know what? This is my problem and this is what I'm working on. So I prefer to not go into that environment. Because that will make a change where you go out. What you do on dates, right? I'm loving this energy because this does feel like someone's doing the work. It feels like someone's doing the work and they actually, this does feel someone did a clinical. Someone went in and did this in a clinical setting. So they had to learn some coping skills, right? It's more than just administering the drugs and shit. It's teaching them coping skills as well. That's part of the process. So someone is, and they're doing the best they can. But while they're still doing that, when they're out and trying to live their life, the people they left behind are still trying to, watch everything they're doing and trying to control them. Some of them trying to set their asses up. They are doing a dance with the devil. Not only externally, but internally. They are trying to work to get themselves together. Look at that. Knight of Cups, Four of Pentacles to the King of Cups. They're trying to become a better person. They're trying to get a hold of their emotions. Once they get that shit out of their system and they can kind of see who the hell they are. Maybe they forgot who they were as a person. Right? Whatever the hell had control over them changed who the fuck they were. So they had to upgrade their energy. Look at that. Knight of Cups into the King of Cups. With the Four of Pentacles in between. This is someone doing the work, y'all. But while they're working on themselves, they're still battling the external people. King of Swords, there's the Queen of Swords. People trying to get back into their life. That Six of Pentacles. wanting to get in, and whatever, it's like whatever recovery this person does, whatever work this person does, someone is still trying to come in and fuck it up. This person's got some very evil, toxic people around them that don't want to see them grow, that don't want to see them do better. Ace of Wands. For some of you, shit's getting a little real, and this person knows they're going to have to make some changes. Ace of Wands there, 3 of Wands with that 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Hold on a minute. 9 of Swords. They realize wherever the hell they're at, they're kind of a sitting target. They're getting guarded or getting guided to do some movement, to make some changes, to follow the light. This person doesn't want to fuck up any growth that they have. So this is someone that probably isn't going to relapse because they're very self-aware. Maybe a little hyper-aware, hyper-vigilant in their knowledge because they know they don't want to go back there. Because what they see is working towards a happily ever after. Because that's what they want to manifest. And some of them, they want to manifest love. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Must be love on the brain. That's got me feeling this way. Ooh. That's a deep reading, y'all. So ask yourself, what would you do? You meet somebody. You go on a date. Maybe they make it like a day date. You go have coffee or something. And they just tell you straight up, hey, look, you know, I'm a recovering alcoholic, so I prefer to not go out any place where alcohol is served. This is a battle that I struggle with. This is something that I'm making part of my life. So that way you know what my struggle is before we go into it. Would you respect them or would you judge them for it? Yeah, I'm all about people can combat their addictions. People can overcome. People can change. But it's a hard fucking journey. Now, if they want to bring love into the mix, then they're going to have to be very cautious who they bring in. Because a lot of them are dealing with people around them that want to see them back to the old them. Because maybe, you know, the money was flowing when they got them liquored up or drugged up, right? So maybe for some of you, that's going to be a situation you're going to have to face. Someone's just going to be straight up honest with you. Hey, look, this is a problem that I've had. This is what I'm struggling with. This is what I deal with every day. If you're interested in pursuing more, that's great. If not, I understand that too. And you move on. Because I think this person is actually working on the coping skills as well. So if they come out of a clinical type setting, they're probably still seeing somebody. They're getting help. This feels like a growth energy. This feels like someone who's doing the work. So, don't judge. We need people who survive their addictions because they're the ones that can help other people. A collective, if this is you, keep doing the work. That's fucking beautiful. Whew. Y'all gonna make my bitch ass cry, huh? You know you can't sing and cry at the same time, guys and gals. They work together. You can ring my bell, ring my bell, ring-a-ling-a-ling. And I noticed 33:44 on the clock right there, folks. Peace, love, and light. That's a beautiful energy. So take a moment and send prayers to people who are overcoming their addictions. Okay? Whether you understand it or not, send them some peace, love, and light. That's a beautiful energy, though, collective. It's a beautiful energy.